Yo, man. Welcome to the podcast. This is the Cruising Podcast. I am your host, Justin.
Cisco.
I thought we were supposed to go that way. I'm JV.
And my name is Anthony, and this is the Family Podcast, man. So tap in. We're about to take y'all on a journey that we went on recently. It's going to be a nice, lovely chat between family members. So, sit down, relax, and enjoy these stories, man.
So let's just get into it, man. Hawaii. We recently went on a really, really amazing trip. My first time, my brother's first time to Hawaii. Got JV over here in Cisco. Was it your second or third
Second
time
time.
going? Your third time going?
Sixth.
Third time to that island.
Third time Oahu. Recently went to Oahu.
You heard that?
5-day excursion. Amazing trip. Beautiful island. I'm going to get into some personal stories of how it affected each and every one of us. First things first, want to say thank you personally to my cousins, Cisco, for getting the trip together, planning it all.
It was for his birthday, it was his 27th, and
Yeah.
it was lit. It was
man.
probably the best birthday we've all had, together that we shared.
Yeah. And, just a side note, 27 is an important number to all of us for personal reasons. And it was, everything went very smooth. So definitely want to get into that. So gotta let Cisco over here let you guys know a little bit about
Let's
that.
talk about your first time to the island, man, ever. Why'd you went?
First of all, I just want to say they are my cousins.
Yes, this is a family
Before we get into
podcast.
anything,
How? Tell us.
they are my cousins.
Yeah.
My aunt met a man. I'm just, nah,
Well,
but they
let's
are.
get into that real quick. We got our oldest cousin right here, JV, as he mentioned his name, is Jose. He's the oldest. Got our second oldest right here, Cisco. Technically, the other oldest is my brother, and then I'm the baby in that
in
this
that
right here.
timeline.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they are my cousins.
Yes.
I get a lot of questions about that. How, why, how different, skin tone. I understand. I get it. But they are my cousins. Anyways,
Girls, feet.
Feet.
just to kind of throw before I answer that question, JV was I planned this trip because I always wanted it. I've gone to the island when I was 18. The first time I ever got on a plane was when I was 18. But I've been back multiple times, before this trip, and I had a great time. Don't get me wrong, but to be there on the island with family members and to be able to experience those moments is probably something I will never forget and something that I wanted to happen, and that's why I wanted to plan the trips. And this trip that happened, I was like, okay, this was something that I wanted to just do, and it was pretty last minute, but it worked out. It was phenomenal. We had a lot of ups and downs, but funny moments and a lot of memories that we made, and that's exactly what I wanted. It wasn't supposed to be perfect, and I knew that, it was gonna be fun. So, and it was super fun. And
Right. It was last minute, but just for context reasons, it was all boys. It was pretty much a guy trip. There wasn't any females on the trip with us, but it was mostly family. So we had one of your good friends that came.
Oh yeah,
Ray. Shout out Ray.
my buddy Ray came out with us. It was his first time to the island. I think first time ever being on a island, like a beach, and that's all you do. And he didn't. I don't know if he he don't like the water. We found that out. So it's kind of ironic.
I mean, we have like little moments where we get the guys together at the house, but I like honestly, just personally, it was the first time I ever had a guys trip, a guys specific.
I think it was the
trip.
first time we've all gone together where we can say like, well, we're all, I mean, obviously adults now, and we didn't, and we just all kind of did it our own
No
thing
adult
out there,
supervision and all that stuff.
It was just us. It's our supervision. We had to take care of each other, and we had to make the trip. And
I think it being last minute actually made it even more special. Cause
I think so.
It was it wasn't, there wasn't time to second guess. It was more like that energy we had getting there was also the energy we had on the island, where it was like, we're here, we got to make the most of it. And I think we did. I think that's where we have to start is day one. We didn't have a place to fucking stay the moment we got there.
yeah, that was very, that's never happened to me on any travel trip. And I know that traveling is something that some mistakes happen and stuff, but we got there to the Hilton Embassies. I know your address, 201 Beach Walk Boulevard. You guys in Waikiki, Honolulu.
We complained.
we complained. We got there. We booked the room for 6. It was a suite. It said it sleeps 6 people on the site. Unfortunately, the guy saw that it was 6 adults, and he
You wanted to charge each adult $75 extra.
yeah, and it was just kind of upsetting because when you go to a beautiful island like that, when you go to somewhere, especially for these guys that it was like their first time or returning for the second time, you don't expect yourself to be in a hotel room going crazy like in Vegas. Like we're gonna be out and about. We're gonna be exploring. We're gonna be doing stuff outside the hotel. We needed there to sleep. If anything, we could sleep on the beach. That was like, but the point is that we got there with all our luggage, had to walk about 15 minutes, to another hotel that we booked last minute. Thank God they had a room, 2 rooms actually for us, because if not, we would have been sleeping. I don't know where. So,
Right. So just a little couple hiccups on the, first day, initial day. But thankfully, it was our supervision, and we figured it out, and we got 2 rooms.
At first day was pretty chill. Like the hotel situation was a little mixed up, but after that we went to the beach. We saw sea turtle. Me and my brother saw sea.
Wait. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
There's more
We're just
days.
doing a little quick overview. We're each gonna get a moment to talk about, the things we did, things we saw personally. We're gonna get a little time each. So this is just a quick overview of the trip in itself. Again, 5 days. We're just gonna start it on Cisco.
Yeah.
We're gonna start from left to right. Just give you just a quick.
I'll give a summary about the
Yeah.
trip, basically, what I saw from my point of view.
But to jump on the whole Hawaii thing in general,
Yeah,
though, like I think that's what motivated me to go. The time I went was seeing him going at such a young age. I thought that was real cool. I was like, man, what am I doing that I haven't made the sacrifice to just go explore a different state, especially at the island, the biggest island that we know here.
Yeah, and just for context too, like we're kind of like homebodies. We like kind of stay close. We like
we came from attics and garages. It doesn't.
Think about it.
not a lot of traveling growing up. Like it wasn't really emphasized to make sure that you make time to travel. It was kind of like traveling was this is a surprise. You should be thankful.
Yeah.
We probably might not do something like this again.
Do something like this when we're in the moment, at our age, at our health, with our knowledge, and I think that's why I'll just go into my whole summary about the trip. I think that's why I like to take trips, regardless of where it is, regardless of the price, regardless of what Instagram or whatever social platform decides to try to show you that you have to go to. Taking trips is fun. You can go anywhere as long as you make it with the people that I think that was the cool part. I mean, to see you get on your plane for the first time and how nervous you were, and and me just thinking like, oh damn, am I putting him in a position where it's like where he's gonna freak out or not? But then we get there and then it's like a whole different change of mood, and then just seeing like my little brother that went with us is like his first time somewhere that he's never probably been told that he could never go or never get there unless he has everything planned out for him. And it's just cool to see all that. So like being there on the beach with you guys, especially just me being there like before, not being able to experience it with somebody, share that moment with it, to see you guys just go out there and just do your thing, jumping off of like rocks and stuff and mingling with the people. That's like the coolest part. And then going up to the North Shore and just seeing the whole island, driving around the whole island. I didn't get to do that because I didn't really feel comfortable doing that on my own.
Right.
And for me to do that for the first time,
It was awesome.
with you guys was dope. Like it's cool to see like the word like you're in Waikiki and that's cool, but as this is my 3rd time going to the island, it just seems like it's getting injected with like LA vibes and these like city vibes, and that's what it is. But when you go on the other side and you actually experience Hawaii, that's what I wanted to give them, and for them to see that, for them to see the North Shore, the waves, and you only see those on YouTube or on movies or whatever. People talk about it, so it's
That
pretty
drive
cool.
back was beautiful.
Yeah.
That's where big wave started. That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's where big wave surfing started. the
So
North
just
Shore.
to be able to like be there,
That's dope.
even we just chilled at the beach the whole time. You guys got to do your own thing. Got to rent out little mopeds, go do whatever you wanted. You did the Cocoa Head hike by yourself. That was cool. Like for me to understand, like you guys just did your own thing. That's what I wanted. I didn't have to be, we have to do this all together every single time. We have to move to this place. We were there on the island together. That's all I wanted. And we spent time together. You guys did your own thing. You guys experienced. You guys now can do more on your own and understand like, cool, this is dope as fuck. And now I know what I need to do or what I can do.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's thanks for sharing that. It means a lot that you basically gave us the confidence to for us to do our own thing, because we knew that you knew the island a little bit, and you had plans and you had an itinerary that we could kind of like piggyback off
Yeah.
of. So we weren't just like flying blind out there.
But you guys opened eyes too, like the scooter thing. I mean, the moped shit. Like,
Yeah.
I would have done that the first 2 times I went. But the
Yeah.
fact that you guys, took that leap was like, I'm gonna go get that and rent it out. Like, that's the whole thing about being by yourself and traveling. Like, we all have this character. Somebody's,
little
afraid to do
conservative.
something, or conservative, doing this and that. When you're with, 5, 6 other people, you start having to adapt to them, and you want to do what they want to do. And jumping into the water with you guys, like, that was cool. Like, I probably would have never done that if I went by myself, because I would have
Yeah.
never felt comfortable to have just random people in the water. Like, at least I have family or someone I know.
Yeah.
That would
Like,
jump
that's
in,
cool,
and
And
it's no
but now, like, if I go somewhere, I might jump in the water by myself because I'm like, oh, I did it once, And that's the whole purpose of me, like, traveling somewhere to do something where it's like, you've been on a plane. Yeah, you might be afraid of getting on your next plane, but you can get on it
Right.
without, like, all right.
Hesitation, yeah.
So that's the whole trip. Like I said, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't supposed to be perfect, but it was what I wanted.
Absolutely.
And I totally forgot it was my birthday. I just was like, I'm enjoying being out here. Like, the birthday was just a bonus. Like, what? It's my birthday. I get to spend it out here in the islands. That's
Yeah,
dope.
Time doesn't really exist when you're having fun, It's
It
just-
sure doesn't.
It's just flying by, which is a great thing. It's a great feeling. Sometimes it's a bittersweet feeling because everything comes to an end, but when you're in the moment, you get to extend those memories. And like, damn, I'm gonna remember this forever. And for me personally, like you said, it was my first time ever being on a plane. I can pretty much recall every moment from the moment we got to LAX because I was so nervous. Like, I wasn't very vocal about it, but I was.
We knew.
We have pictures.
We got pictures.
Now
And
you did look nervous.
I was
that's
nervous.
how you're supposed to feel. That's how I was when we went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Florida.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I had like my goddaughter, so I was kind of distracted
Yeah.
while I was waiting for LAX, but you didn't have that distraction. Like,
Right.
I was just playing with her. Like, I hope they don't see my chest fucking open.
My hands were, got
There's
clammy,
one.
sweaty,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and those are things you can't really control. So
But see, how cool was it? Because, like, I'll just go into so you can talk about your experience, and, like, to cliff jump,
Yes.
to ride around the island on on a moped by yourself, to go do that hike and see the sunrise,
Yes.
to be on the beach, just to be in the water, like,
Right.
just touch those topics. That's what we did, and that's what you do when you go to those islands.
Yeah.
Like, how did you feel like doing that for the first time?
initially, I felt just extremely thankful. That was just the initial feeling that I felt every day from the moment we got there. Touching the sand, feeling how different the sand was compared to LA beaches and stuff like that.
Doc Waller.
I thought,
For real.
to me, Laguna and Malibu are the best beaches that I've been to.
Yeah.
And I know there's way more beautiful beaches out there, but just again, very conservative, staying home
That
base.
spectrum
and all
is
that stuff.
like for us.
Feeling the sand, just walking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like those, like the little things that stood out to me first day. But as you said, we did a lot.
Did.
Like you said, Waikiki's kind of like a Beverly Hills, LA tourist area.
Yeah.
But there's so much that the island has to offer that, with the help of like your knowledge and your experience, that we felt comfortable that, we can kind of push the limit and do something a little different.
Yeah.
Go out on our own. Having that confidence was a big help, and it just made the experience better. As far as taking the mopeds and seeing the island, seeing the houses, going to China Walls, cliff jumping, meeting, we met a dope local cliff jumping, showed us a lot. And it almost felt like everything that we experienced was like given to us. It wasn't something that, it was also obviously something we went out to go look for, but the whole time it felt like a gift. Even the dinners, even the night one when we went to go get sushi and stuff, like just the vibes were just good all around. And again, thankful is the first feeling that I felt, but just grateful, and also the feeling of doing something on your own. I mean, we love our parents. We try to do things with our parents and the people around us, and we kind of limit ourselves in a way where we want everybody involved. So we really don't push the limits as much as we can. But while we were out there, I felt limitless to do things. And the pictures that we have, the videos we have, is proof of the things that we were just confident enough to do, which was amazing.
Yeah, I think that was dope.
I think
Awesome.
just to touch on one of my favorite moments probably was the Cocoa Head hike. I know I didn't really talk to you guys a lot about that, but for people that are familiar,
Took my Sprite.
for people that are familiar, it's a great hike, half a mile, but super steep hill, beautiful scenery. Watching the sun come up, I had these thoughts, these reoccurring thoughts of just like, man, like look at God. You know what I'm saying? Not from a religious standpoint, just from I guess a spiritual reflective like perspective. I guess like just
life.
Like
That's what.
like
You
the
know,
sun
that
rises
every
every
day.
The sun rises every day.
that's the Hawaiian culture, you know.
Yeah.
That they say you go out there, you feel the mana, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
we
like-
felt the mana.
Damn, man. We'll plug that.
Hey, Rock, sorry, but I can't drink that anymore.
Dwayne,
At least for like a month.
Drink
Too
those
much.
bottles like water, man.
Those are great.
But no, yeah, that feeling, man. It's true, man. It's weird how it happens.
It's great for it's an amazing feeling to say, like
Yeah.
not only say or feel, just to say it out loud. Like, man, I had a really great experience. Not just a trip, not just something we did on the weekend. It was an experience, and to do it within a small amount of time, 5 days was just like, damn. To me, it felt like we were out there for like at least a week or two. You know what I'm saying?
They felt long.
Stretching time. You know, like taking advantage of the hours. You know, that was dope because we waste time like everyone does sometimes. Time flies by, you waste time, whatever. But every moment felt like it was important and special, and you know that's why I woke up early. That's why I wanted to do things, and it all came full circle. And shout out to Hawaii and the island, the people. Your island was amazing. I know you guys have way more to offer, but just in that little piece that I got, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
How about
That's awesome.
JV, your second time there? I mean,
Man.
you were there you were by yourself, and then you.
Yes. Talk about that
Well,
later.
talk about your first time being
No,
there.
I think the first time I went, just to experience. I'm a big fan of movies and stuff. So we used to watch Pearl Harbor a lot. And when I saw his pictures there, and like probably understanding that feeling he got when he was there, when he showed me like that he got to go to the Arizona and stuff, I was like, man, that must have felt crazy to be somewhere where history happened. Even when he went to New York, I think that's what motivated me too. Saw the trade centers and all that cool stuff. I think to me, history and the pain that people felt to bring us this beautiful stuff that we have in front of us, and just show them our respect, and by going and paying our homage. That was one of my biggest reasons I really wanted to go to that island, because he had told me to maybe go to a different one, but I always made the excuse like, oh, it's my first time go to the touristy island, but there's so much more than just the touristy stuff you can do, which he explained. That first time I went, I got to rent a car, drive around the island. I went to North Shore, but not the part of North Shore we got to see. So went to a
Pipeline. Shout out to Pipeline.
Yeah, Pipeline, baby.
Yeah, I got a nice picture coming. But
Definitely.
we'll plug that later. I think that the feelings I got when I was walking around there by myself, like I took the train, the tram. I took the tram all the way to around Waikiki. Then I took the bus to Pearl Harbor. I didn't have the car yet, and then I got to like really hang out with the locals and stuff. And it was just cool, man. Everyone was super chill. If I got lost, I just asked for help. The streets are hard to remember, so write them down.
Yeah, those streets were crazy. Those street names were wild.
Dude, I tried to look up those on the moped and try to remember where I was. I was like, oh, fuck this.
Straight
Siri,
to
just tell me
straight
where
to
I'm
the
at.
Siri, yeah.
They use a lot of A's and a lot of apostrophes.
Dude, I was
It's hard.
like,
But, no,
I
that-
was on the same street like 8 times.
You're like, make a right on what way you? What way you?
And like, you know what?
Just take me there.
Yeah.
Siri just guided me. That was
Yeah,
the first time I've ever just let Siri just
I
guide
was
me.
lost the first time when I was there. I got off at a bus stop. I thought I was near Waikiki, and I was at a whole nother beach. I ended up just walking from there all the way back to the hotel because I was like, I don't know where I'm at. Yeah. But I figured if I walked towards where Diamond Head was, I'd get back to where I was. So it was cool to walk that beach and really experience and have that moment you had watching that sunset, like knowing where I came from and being somewhere that I couldn't even imagine ever. Like I never thought I'd set foot on an island like that or anywhere that I've been. Yeah. I thought I would be like we said
Blessed to
earlier.
be all of us to see all that, like to be there. Like I said, that's what probably that brought everything in was that we were all there. Yeah. You know, like when you guys go on the trips or whatever, when I go on trips or whatever, like it's cool, but then it's like to have everybody there.
Yeah.
Like, damn, we really are blessed, you know.
Yeah,
and
we
that-
say all the time that we're happy for you, but at this moment,
It's like we were
all
like,
sharing the
we didn't have to
happiness.
be happy for each other. We were all just happy.
Drop the picture.
Shout out to JV, man. He got some amazing footage that I'm pretty sure he's gonna plug into the
Yeah, we'll
video.
plug that in.
But man,
No,
the
yeah,
fact
that-
that we just have those memories just documented.
And I
man.
think that's the bigger cool and I think the more, say, meaningful moment I had was being able to capture those moments of you guys doing it because I couldn't do that on my own. Like going snorkeling and stuff was cool, but I was like, bro, I can't. The GoPro only does so many good angles, and then I was like, I really want to be able to capture some dope shots with us. I got some cool shots of you guys flipping. Got some shots of him. Got the drone shot of him diving off, which is dope. Like that's stuff I probably never in a million years would have thought
Yeah, like
I'd be able to do.
it's funny because like when you go with siblings, like you're always gonna clash heads. You're gonna like get into something. And you're gonna be like, something's gonna annoy you, but it's fun. It's a fun thing. Like for you, I bet like being with your twin brother, like people were staring hard. Like, are they twins? Like yes, they're twins. And from your, whatever, like your perspective of the island and everything, same questions asked, and you did almost the same exact things.
Yeah.
How'd you feel being there?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Hit us.
hit us with it, Tony. Tony took that.
Tony took that. Well, for me, it was my second flight, so I wasn't nervous about the flight, but it was my first time being with all of you guys. Again, I've traveled with Junior before, and we had a great time, so I already knew it was going to be good. I already had the feeling I had this feeling like nothing can really go wrong because we're all together.
Yeah.
And my thing is because we grew up with a sense of insecurity about each other's safety. Everyone was watching each other's back. Like you were watching your brother's backs, I was watching Justin's back all the time.
vice versa, yeah.
And so like being out there, even though it was some of our first times, like I felt like nothing's gonna go wrong because we all got each other. So that's why when Justin says that limitless feeling, it did feel that way because I did want to go all around that island too, and I'm super glad that we got the car. I'm super glad we rented the mopeds. And that was the reason why we rented the mopeds because we did want to branch out just a little bit.
A little bit more, like just have a little bit more freedom to go
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, but that was cool because like coming back from my birthday dinner, like
Oh yeah.
we were like, fuck a Uber,
Yeah.
let's just and then you guys were just
Oh, yeah,
riding.
so like at the birthday dinner, like we went to
Let's get
the
into
really
that
nice-
real quick because
yeah.
that's a story in itself. Like,
I can
again-
tell it. I can
No,
Yeah,
but-
let him go. Let him go.
man,
You
tell
can
us.
tell. Yeah, because you tell it. You tell us because
Tell us.
you and Nick ended up buying a shirt from birthday.
Yeah.
So start from there and why you bought a shirt
So
basically.
it's so funny because we were all going to dinner for Cisco's birthday. So we had been to dinner before, but we were going to celebrate, get a steak, and have a nice
Steakhouse.
drink. And so we did that amazing place. I forget the name.
you
but
got
it was-
salmon.
I got some. I'm not mad that I didn't get it because you know what? I had some of the filet and some of the salmon,
Yeah,
and I had some of the wagyu.
There you go. There you go.
Let's take
The
a step back.
wagyu.
Let's take a step back. As soon as we landed, Tony was asking for a steakhouse.
Yeah, bro. This dude.
He said, "I'm gonna get a steak and that's all I want."
You
And
got
I
a
was,
salmon.
The waiter came like,
got
"What would
it,
you like,
sir.
sir? I'll take the salmon."
but anyway,
So,
go
we
ahead.
get to the steakhouse,
That
and
was
then
fun.
Cisco's dressed all nice, Ray's dressed nice, Junior's dressed nice. Justin wore a fucking Adidas shirt, but that's Justin's swag. I'm just wearing, I think, like a T-shirt or something at the time. But I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like, I really want to wear a nice Hawaiian shirt, and I was passing them the entire time. And this lady gamed the fuck out of us in the hotel. Me and Nick walked in, and long story short,
Y'all poked your head in, huh?
we
Like,
poked our head in, and we came out dressed up.
Yeah, some nice, some nice shirts that are only
cheap suits.
some shirts that are only made in Hawaii, and they have yours had the diamond head.
Diamond head.
Sunrise or Sunset, not sure which
Yeah,
one
the
it was. It was
Chiefs.
it was really nice shirt.
Salesperson
Nick's
gave
was like a shirt of all the islands, and it was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So look, I enjoyed the shirt because it was cool, and then we had a really nice dinner, and then leaving, like we said, we didn't want to catch Ubers, so me and Justin had the moped, so we did like 2 or 3 trips.
They were basically our Ubers.
Basically,
The,
they
the
were just
funniest
riding.
thing ever too is because like, okay, they don't look like my cousins, and it's funny because like Justin
Yeah.
dropped me off, and he's just like says this funny ass joke in front of these people leaving our hotel, and they're looking at me like, "What? That your Uber's talking to you like that, bro?"
I'm gonna say the joke.
Was it a joke?
So Cisco,
They-
I get it.
There's only 2 ways. There's only one way to ride a bike with 2 people on it.
Dude, that's ass to nuts.
So
Ass
me.
to nuts.
don't worry, we're family.
So
Expensive pain.
true, people kind of give us a double take. because we hang out a lot. We do a lot of stuff together, but people don't
Yeah, no
assume
background.
we're related.
We hang out like we're brothers because like we
Right.
are essentially.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
we're leaving dinner. We kind of, got the itis and stuff. No one really wants to walk to the hotel or get an Uber. So we have the mopeds. That's how we got there. So, I'm taking Cisco back. He's a little tense. He started relaxing a little bit once we got more towards the hotel and stuff. So we're cracking jokes and shit while we're on the mopeds. And we get to the front, and there's people leaving the hotel and all that stuff. So, again, ass to nuts. This dude hops off the moped, and he's like, "Hey, thanks Uber, thanks for the ride." I'm like, "Oh man, you're welcome." And then
As the guys, a group of 4 dudes just
I'm
walked
like,
right there.
I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Just want to let you know, I felt your dick the whole time."
and I was like, oh,
That's why we need to punch.
For real, bro. Shit.
and they all just looked like,
said, "Don't
holy
do it."
shit, is that
Everybody
an
was
Uber?
like, what?
And I'm pretty sure they were like looking at their Ubers, like, do not get a bike, do not get on a motorcycle with no one, do not, do not.
Note to self: no mopeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But it was a really
It was hilarious. It was fun.
That's some funny shit.
It's cool because we don't owe them anything. Like they don't know us. They don't. It was just a funny joke, and it actually went through. So
good
that was
stuff.
funny. But yeah, man, just all around great vibes.
Yeah.
That dinner was great. Had a 12-ounce steak. This dude, you had a 12-ounce
We had the
steak?
same, yeah. We had the
12
same
ounce?
fillet, yeah.
Dude,
Damn, man. It was,
My-
delicious. Shit melted in your mouth.
my favorite. My favorite. I have 2 favorite moments of the
yeah,
trip.
tell us.
One was just jumping because me and Justin are cliff jumpers. Like I like finding a
Wait,
different.
let's reset that too. They're professional. cliff
Basically,
jumpers.
at this point,
That I'll give them the level of professional just because it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
like
That's
they,
just
I mean, whatever it takes to be professional. If it's you have to have skill. I don't think you need skill in this one thing. You just got to be crazy enough to jump off into the water.
yeah. Ever since we've been able to drive to places where we can cliff jump, we've been searching them, and we've been cliff jumping in Santa Anita, Malibu, Laguna. We've cliff jumped in Lake Tahoe. Like me and Justin are not afraid to cliff jump. Obviously, there's a level of fear you have when you do it, but
Yes.
we knew from the moment that we decided to say yes to this trip, we had to find a couple cliff
Cut to the
jumps.
video.
We
Cut
wanted
to-
to do more
Put it somewhere
waterfall,
right here.
more waterfall style
we
cliff
did.
jumping out there.
I think we're on a different island to be better. I think.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure Oahu offers like that type of stuff. It's just like the locals are saying, like you have to really know the island.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of spots.
And
Like,
we did
there's a
try
bunch
to
of spots.
find certain hikes with waterfalls at first. Kind of selfishly, I was like, I do want.
Yo, I got a question for that out there. How the hell do you move a hike? Didn't it say it said we're moving it?
Said they're
Like,
moving the
I
hike.
said moving the trail.
They just
I mean,
lifted
I get it. I'm
It's
just
kind
making
of
a joke.
dumbfounded. You're like, wait,
I mean, I'm making a joke out of it. I understand what
If
you
the
mean,
trail-
but I was just kind of throwing off.
what did you guys pick it up?
Well, that
It's no longer here. We moved it.
that's why I love doing it
was
because
dope.
it was really cool to be in a different state, in a different location in the area, and where there's locals who are already doing it. And when I started getting my groove into it, I was actually impressing some of the locals that have been doing it, and that was really made me feel good because I'm getting props from people who do this every single day, every week.
Yeah.
And
What was the guy's name? John.
Jonathan, but then he was
right.
jumping.
Shout out
with-
to Jonathan if you ever
Yeah.
see this.
Man, it was cool
Send it
because
to
like you guys were jumping, everybody was
Still got a
jumping
photo.
too, everybody's vibing. No one's like, everybody was like super happy.
some
Dude
dude-
was playing the ukulele. It felt like it was like the whole like Hawaiian moment when you're like seeing movies and you're like, oh, I gotta go there. Like that's exact. I was like, yo,
It was
like,
nice.
Pretty
cool. The guy was the local was that dude was playing music. The guy, I heard someone guy was like, oh, I forgot my towel. He's like, dude, you don't need a towel out here. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, you know,
That's true.
The sun will dry you.
Facts.
Really,
Honestly,
really never
I
needed
wish
one.
we saw the sunset over there too, but maybe another time. But
It's clouds.
it
God
was,
said.
yeah. God said,
I was smoking a blunt that day.
but I feel like again, when you jump, there's a level of fear, but once you get out of it, it's almost kind of like a rebirth. Like that fear is always going to be there, and it's like a fear with traveling anywhere. And I think it kind of gave me a little sense of what this trip was about. There's fear in all of this. Coming together, getting a hotel, not having a hotel. There's what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna do these things?
Yeah.
There's always a sense of fear, but it's like once you jump, there's no turning back.
Yeah.
And the same for you getting on the plane, same for us fucking getting the mopeds and doing the things. there's no sense of turning back once you've already committed to the thing you're afraid of. So that is a reason why I cliff jump in the first place. I know my mom thinks I'm crazy, and I do that because I love that feeling. You know, there is
like
a
a
sense of
reminder to
danger. Yes,
yourself.
and I'll never put it above anything. Like I can always get hurt. There's always a sense of being able to get hurt. It's in my mind. But when you get out of it and you come out unscathed,
Adrenaline rush.
yeah, you understand.
It's a great feeling when you calculate things, and not only when you calculate things, but it ends up in success. Yeah. And I think the water, the physical element of it, like you said, like there's not only an internal mental element to it, it's the actual physical part of it. Once you get into the water, you're down there, you're holding your breath, you know what I'm saying? You're still in a dangerous situation, but you realize that, oh shit, like I just jumped 55 feet, you know, a height that can kill me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you come up out the water and it's such a surreal experience when you're like, damn, I really did that. Like we have the videos. I was on the plane. I was on the way back as a junior. I was looking at them like over and over. I wanted to airdrop it to somebody, like, because when you get on the plane, there's a whole bunch of airdrop context. So I was like, fuck, I want to fucking.
Imagine just what?
Just people just like, what the hell? Just,
Who did this?
Who's this?
I'm impressed.
I think what like sums up the trip was that the reason why I was like the mopeds, you know, when you guys got them, like I said, the reason why it was funny because coming back from dinner, on the thing of it, it says cruising Hawaii. Yeah. And I was kind of thrown off because I was like, that was the whole purpose of this trip was to go out there and cruise with, like your family and stuff, and like to enjoy the moment. I was like, yo, that kind of just summed it up right there. Right. Like we just had a dope ass dinner. Yeah. On a was it 36th floor or something like that? Sorry about the elevator.
Skyline. View,
yeah, we saw the whole thing, and then you come down, and then you're like, all right, that was basically our last night there, and it was cool because it's like you see that, and it was just like. That summed up the whole trip. Cruising Hawaii, that's what we did. We enjoyed ourselves, and we got around.
And which is even crazy that when you pointed it out, me and this dude had the moped for like a day
the whole day.
We didn't even notice. We thought it was just the name
Shows
of the
their awareness
spot.
of stuff and how they go about it.
Just to touch on that, the word cruising alone has a very sentimental meaning to all of us. I know Nick's not here, but I know it means a lot to him as well. Yeah. Our grandmother. Irene.
He has a problem with that.
I know. Our grandmother, Irene Carrillo, who played a significant role in all of our lives, raising us, taking care of us, unfortunately is going through a battle with dementia and Alzheimer's. Even through her sickness, she always mentions this one statement and this one question, not only a statement, but a question.
Yeah, when the first time you see her.
She's going to ask you, where are you going, cruising? And she's always said that ever since we were babies. Like, when you know, she wasn't sick at the time. She always say that, like, when we were leaving the house. Again, very conservative people didn't really get out a lot, but my grandma always mentioned this thing to us and would say, where you going, cruising? And in my mind, it kind of took you to a different place, whether you just rode the bus that day or whether you just went, you know, to our house, your cousin's house, the park.
In life, we just all had a different...
It made it feel like every moment was an adventure. Yeah. And even in her sickness and how she's not here with us mentally, she's always here with us spiritually. And cruising is a big marker and a big statement in all of our minds. I know it hits us differently when we hear that word. And to have that on the moped without us even knowing or just realizing,
it's like she was there.
Cisco pointed it
that's what it brought. Like it was like she's there.
Connected us. Yeah.
They feel like, I mean, think about things we went through. It was my birthday. Cool. We celebrated, you know, another, you know, year of life, and then we know we're out there on the anniversary of Louis passing away. Yeah, you know, which was like we're all connected and stuff, and that number lands on 27, and that's why it's so significant to us.
Yeah, that's another crazy.
We all got to be together. You know, he would be super fucking pumped to see us out there just going crazy. You know, like he'd be like, "Yo, like what?" You know, and then you got us seeing that, you know, the cruising thing on the moped is like. There's 3 things that went out there significantly that were like impacted our lives and motivated. And it's like, cool, we're here. And that's not to say like, oh, this is where journey ends or anything. This is like the beginning of what we were supposed to be doing from the start of it, since we were little.
Just evidence of God.
Yeah,
honestly,
it was just
like when I was on top of Cocoa Head. Again, like I said before, I'm not heavily religious, but there's stuff that you can't deny.
You feel a higher power for yourself.
There's definitely a higher power. at work, and the two most significant people that aren't even here with us, one mentally, I think they would have felt the most proud of us doing what we did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Outside of our parents, I know they are too, but just like two people that played a very significant role in all of our lives. Just to point out right here, we got 278 Productions. Just know the whole reason behind this is because of this man, you know, Louis Hutron, rest in peace. Like he said, 27 is a big number, significant number. He turned 27. We were out there on the 27th.
Yeah.
The whole cruising thing, all of it tying in, and relaying back to what I said in the beginning, you know, just again, like
I said, it wasn't supposed to be a perfect trip, but it was damn near perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think
better.
Like with all that, like just saying it now, the first time hearing it, like putting it in that perspective, it's like I know, like obviously I never wanted to be perfect because I like the ups and downs, but it's like saying it that way and all the stuff we got to do and got to experience, it's like, damn, that was damn near perfect to what a trip was. I mean, obviously there's still a lot more, but that's what it's cool because you guys are getting to go back and you get to be like, yo, I did this, but I'm gonna go do this now, and I get to go experience this and do this. Like that was cool.
Yeah, the fact that it was our first time, and what you have to offer, singularly what you have to offer, what I have to offer, the things you have to offer to the trip, it all came together, and we were just reaping the benefits of everything we've learned.
Oh yeah, and we all kind of like got onto different levels where you see like financially we're all like stable to be able to do stuff like this and be able to support each other and to do stuff like some people don't have that opportunity. Some people, they have to do it on their own. That's why a lot of people do go nomad and just go like, I'm gonna do it on my own because they don't want to wait on stuff, and it's cool to be able to have a group of family members that were like, let's do it.
Yeah, and
like,
I told you guys from the movie Into the Wild, like he does this amazing spiritual thing for himself, and then when he's writing in his diary, he knows he's gonna die because he ate poisonous flowers, berries. The last thing he wrote is after having this amazing, singular trip by himself. Yeah, and he talks about kind of what you said, like the existence of God being there, this presence.
Yeah,
and he said the only thing I regret is that I didn't share it with anyone. That's the one thing he regretted, and it's like you could tell he escaped all of it: materialism, capitalism, all the society pressures that we build, and a lot of people feel, and that's the reason why they leave or go to different states or leave their family or go on vacations all the time. If they go by themselves, like it's almost like an empty journey because you want to share it.
Yeah, it has to go full circle.
Yeah, so then I know you wanted to say something, so I'll let you speak on it, but just to piggyback off what you guys said, I'm very happy that we shared it. And I'm more happy that we did this in our 20s and we didn't do this in our 40s and 50s. 30. Oh, sorry. I know you went to Hawaii in 20. I'm just saying, like, I'm glad we did this.
26 in spirit.
COVID years don't count.
Exactly.
No,
COVID years.
COVID years don't count.
And I'm just happy that we did it and we didn't wait until our fucking 40s when we were like.
It's just the whole thing with it, like, from us moving out, and then COVID hitting, and then
it was
like
a rough time.
trying to figure it out, trying to do stuff on it. And then we just plan a trip like that. Like I said, hearing it now out loud and realizing reflecting on it big time, it's like, yo, like that was kind of damn near perfect to a trip. Like there's nothing went
wrong.
Like would I do it again exact same way? Hell yes. Would I do something more? Of course. Yeah. But would I take anything away from that, regardless of even if someone fucking broke? Like, no, I wouldn't. Like I would let it play out the same way. If you told me I was in like you said, fuck, if we die, we might just pop up back here. Like that's what it felt like. Every morning waking up, I was like, yo, this is crazy.
We're in Hawaii. Me and Anthony have had that experience when we went to Yosemite. We were like, nah, like this has to be heaven. That's what.
This is somewhere like where it peaceful that people talk about.
Well, because I really believe like heaven and hell is here on earth. You know what I'm saying? It's all the way you view it, and obviously your environment changes and your environment matters. But like there are places you can go to where it's like, no, this is what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like they saw nature imitates art.
Yeah, it's too damn nice and too peaceful, like to not be like, okay, well, this what else can get better than this right now?
Yeah,
it's the whole thing. It's like it's the way you see it, because you could technically look at all of our situations growing up and say like low key that was a little bit of a hellish experience because we didn't have resources and we didn't have, like you said,
we didn't have the outlets at that time to do.
Yeah, we didn't have anyone with.
We were behind the curve for sure.
We didn't have anyone with perspective because economic and societal impacts, but they're not excuses. And I'm glad that
I think we now appreciate travel going places like that more because
Yeah.
and that's the
Oh,
cool
yeah.
part. We're super humble
I
about
think
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, learning about every new place and going to new places and learning its environment is
Learning
amazing,
the
man.
people, the culture, and everything.
Being in San Jose for the 2 years I was there was cool. Learning how
Yeah.
the Bay lives, and then coming back down here and seeing the lifestyle is similar but way different to the people that live there. So it's cool. Visiting Texas, New Orleans, those two places that I've been, whole different lifestyles all around.
gonna
and it's,
say it.
It's cool.
Don't say
Say
it.
I'm gonna say it.
Tell us.
Say it. Tell
I'ma
us.
say
Tell
it.
us.
What country did you go to in
I
Europe?
went to Switzerland.
Talks about it every
He
time.
brought up Texas before.
It was free. Can't hate on free. No, but like just being in those places is cool. Like you really get to learn. Even Lake Tahoe, you go to Lake Tahoe, it's a whole different experience than going to a lake nearby, like Pyramid Lake or Castaic Lake. That shit has no comparisons to the two. So, like when you really get to experience it on a full level, like we did with Hawaii, the first
yeah.
few times were great. When I went, first time he went, probably really great our first few times, but then going now with the family and really getting that joy and feeling that
and I hope
vibe,
you guys
man.
all like find somewhere. Not saying that like Hawaii is like my place, or whatever. But like for me,
It is his place.
I feel very like connected to it, and I would love to learn about all their culture and learn like in everything that you go through and all this stuff. Just like being there, because like I went for my birthday in March, but then also went in August with my buddy Chance, which is from there.
Actually, yeah, touch on that because
I was
you actually
gonna
got to
plug that in too. Yeah.
You actually got to experience like
Yeah, so
culture in a different way.
so like I was out there. He was out there for a special reason.
Ceremonial reason.
He was spreading his grandmother's ashes on her, in her homeland, which was the Big Island of Hawaii, and that was to go into that experience with knowing his family so well, and then for them just to welcome me with open arms and just to give me that whole experience, like to see their culture in a different aspect in a different view was crazy, because I respected that culture, those islands even more, and it kind of separates it. Like they're part of the United States, but like it's their own, it's their own thing, and and they are so strong on that, keeping it that way, and it's great because they should. And just to experience that was like, it was pretty cool because he was like, this is I grew up like this and I did this, and I was like, that's super awesome. And it's like to be with his family, his aunts, his uncles, and from Hawaii, like it was crazy the way they how they go about stuff, how they tell stories, what they said, what is the meaning when they said when the sun sets, it's when their ancestors are rising. The sun's rising for them and setting on our side, so it's their day starts as our day ends. And I was like that's super awesome to think about, because when the sun comes up for us, like it means get up, don't be lazy, and get on with your day and do what you got to do, because you have time right here on earth, and one day you will be that sun setting, unfortunately, and but you will be able to still be, your spirit will be really strong on there. And to experience all that was like, it was pretty cool. They did I didn't understand the songs they were singing sometimes, but you could feel that energy, you could feel that energy that they give off, that love and everything, how they say, and just for my friend to be like, yo, like my ashes are gonna be spread here too, like on these islands. I'm like, no, that's fucking sick. Like you're forever gonna be a part of this. Like that's dope. Like I would love to. That's something that to have a place like that, it would be it's very special.
And
Place to call home, man.
and just to touch on like a deeper aspect of the trip, man, it made me realize we're the boys. You know what I'm saying? When we grew up, it was like, oh, it's the boys. But now I was thinking like, man, like we're the men. Like whatever we bring into the world, we're the captains of the ship now.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So whether you have your family, you start a
I'm the
family,
captain now.
yeah. We could,
you start your family, you're gonna be able to give them that information, give them these experiences for them to do their own thing too, and not be selfish with it and be like, oh, you can't do this, do that. It's like, no, you need to go out and create your own path too. Like we have a great support system now, and doing what we did, bringing it all together, we see what we're capable of. But in retrospect, that's just the baby step.
Yeah.
That's just the first step. And then to what we create going forward, it's going to be a trickle down of that, just building on top of it.
Yeah,
And
like I'm looking forward to the next trip with all you guys. Like, yo, like
Yeah,
Where should we go?
already planning
Tell
it.
us.
tell us. Where should we?
Nah, dude, I'm
How
ready.
should we go? Tell
In my head,
us.
I'm trying to figure out how to Well, this is a start. You know, you do these podcasts. You trying to do like we're all trying to do something individually so that we all come together.
I want more of that feeling. Whatever we had out there,
Yeah, it's cool.
Better
We're
than
going to
sex,
New Orleans.
better than drugs.
Sex? I'm like,
No, it's just
like in Point
no,
Break.
like that's the
Doing
thing.
it wrong.
And if we can do it where like you know where people are sponsoring us or people are giving us like a trip for free or something, then like that's the point where it's like like then our energy staying humble, staying on course, and trying to do what we want to do has come to a full circle and has been completed to where we can share moments with whoever at that time that's in our life. We're like, you're good. You don't have to worry about finances or this. Just enjoy the moment because
And
this will
is
never
where-
come back. You know?
This is where we reach out to all you travel agencies looking for.
Yeah, shout out to whoever.
Are you looking for sponsors? Is your brand suffering from a lack of diversity and a lack of making sure that you that you hit all the spectrums of Black and Mexicans?
Hire us.
We're here to tell you we have something to offer.
Blur that part out.
Delete.
No, but yeah, true.
No, yeah.
No, it's true though. Like, no, I think if we could get some cool spots to go to and just review them and do some stuff like this, man.
Yeah, you guys' birthday's coming up, so what do you guys want to do? I'm just
Or we're
kidding.
going to.
Someone wants to go to Havasu, but they don't got a way to get there.
That's
Or we're going to the zoo.
Shit, I said we go to Tahoe. We could do Tahoe easy.
Cabin in Tahoe?
I think do cabin in Tahoe.
It's cold out there.
For the
still?
It would be kind of cold though.
It's kind of cool still.
For the weekend?
Oh, you want to go swimming?
I want to do all of it.
Weekend?
No, you just,
Is it gonna be that cold? You think?
I don't think it's gonna be that cold.
Still-
April,
still
It's
cold.
still
so-
spring, but
It's still snow there in the
still a lot
summer.
of snow, dude. You know we go in August. It's snowy.
damn. Well, okay. Well, I want to go to a lake, so make it happen.
I mean, I think we should look into it because I mean, Lake Tahoe is very, very cool for us. We definitely know what we're doing out there. But
Could go to Yosemite.
Ooh,
Ooh, you know what? I think that sounds like a very good plan too.
I'll get on that right now.
You hear that?
Yosemite is such an easy trip to
For any
do.
of you,
Well, we need to get either a sprinter or like
any of you travel agencies listening.
no, for
Nah,
real,
I
a sprinter or
mean,
a trailer. That would be
Listen,
amazing.
I just think again,
happily
just to
review it
touch
for
on
you.
real quick, like all the things that you have to offer with your skill set. I know we're tapping into some stuff we haven't talked yet about on the podcast, but super dope photographer, videographer.
Check me
The
out.
things that you can capture, man. I think travel agencies or just travel anything is just.
But like
gonna be
but
something
like he
to
said,
have.
no, seriously, it's the diversity, the different
Perspective,
the
all that
different
shit.
perspectives that we have. You know, these dudes are crazy. We're the more conservative, like making sure they stay alive. Like I didn't give a shit if their body was a half off of them as long as they're breathing and they were able to get back on the plane. Perfectly fine.
Cisco saved me in the water.
Just cut to that picture.
Cut to that picture.
Cisco saved me.
But it's just like if we could do it all and like have fun together doing it, like it would be super fun. Like
No, I think we all bring a lot
we could
to
come
the table. So.
yeah, we could talk about like we come back and do this again
You
and
hear
talk
these
about other
voices?
moments. Like
I think that'd be cool.
we all supposedly we all look alike, but
You hear these voices?
but then we can
Sell
we
'em.
get a brand off of
Commercial.
it or do something of it, make our own thing. Shit.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, 'cause
I
we're
think it's
gonna
good
do
that we're now
regardless.
doing
We're
it
gonna
now
do
'cause we're
regardless.
speaking. in
No, but I
different
think to the people listening right now, which will probably be more just family, friends, and maybe their friends, to give experiences on these things is something that is going to motivate them to go. Because I felt like after we posted those pictures, for some reason, everyone ended up in Hawaii after.
No, bro, yes, yes.
I was like-
absolutely, bro.
Excuse me?
Even in a weird like,
I was like, this is interesting.
I was trying to keep it a secret.
Don't pose.
like your dad. Don't tell them we're here.
Tell them we're here. He did say that.
Google Maps.
No, like on Surreal, it's crazy, but I feel like that one. Like I guess most of you guys, probably everyone feels like that when you go one place, all of a sudden it's crowded after. It feels like you bring the crowd with you, but it did either coincidence or maybe we did motivate. I'm gonna feel like we did because
Even in the small space,
my pictures is clean, so that they gotta motivate you somehow.
even in a small sense, we went to a waterfall and people were kind of playing shy around the waterfall,
Yeah.
kind of scared to swim out like right
Near
where
it.
the waterfall's at.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got there,
It got
I
packed.
put the vest on. I'm like, I had my phone in my hand. I started swimming to the waterfall, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's like 40 other people.
They got packed. I got pictures of that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and it's like at first I'm like, damn, like when I was swimming, like it's empty. Well, it feels good. I can stretch my arms and shit. But then after we took our pictures and stuff, we were swimming back. And you bumping into people and like coming back like, wait, there wasn't that many people in the water.
It was
but
crowded.
Like you said, like not to be like boastful or like to brag or anything, but it's like we do kind of attract the crowd. We do kind of take the first step, and we're not afraid to take the first step.
Awesome.
So if we just keep doing that and embrace that,
That'd be cool to get on some more trips and just keep
Yeah,
doing that.
man.
Keep that same.
like I
energy.
said, yeah, motivate
It's a,
people.
it's a
to
good
go.
balance, crazy, conservative.
and,
we got other people that are just like,
Afraid of water.
Afraid of
should we
water.
not do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? Can we
I
go?
kept looking at Ray like,
Ray.
he ain't gonna dip his foot in this bitch.
Hey,
It's
shout
like,
out Ray, man. He got his,
Shout out Ray because he had the whole hotel thing on. He figured
Oh,
that
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
Thank you, Ray.
Ray was a
like
big
I said, it
help,
was
bro.
just everybody had like a thing.
everyone
You
played
know,
a
though they
part.
charged my card twice, but
Dude,
I
they
don't
charged
understand.
us twice?
They charged it twice.
Hey, fuck.
Hey, yo, we want that
Whatever.
money
I'll
back.
take the points to get back
Nah,
there.
man, it was great.
What was that address? No, I'm just kidding. No, I think first, if we do it again and we put that into the next show of, or not even the next one, but the next big show, you know, review of the next place we go to, that'd be dope. Or the next show could be planning the next place,
That'd
like
be
the
really cool.
Yosemite. So
yeah, man. I think I said all I had to say.
Yeah, we're
Jeez.
coming up on 53 minutes here.
And then, all right, so, well, before we could finish it, I know since we're all doing this one as family, I know everybody else has like a individual one coming
Yes.
up or
Yes.
trying to do their own thing. Like I said, we're all
Right. This is
talented
the-
in our own ways, and it's kind of cool because it comes all to full circle and it makes us do this. So I don't know if you want to talk about what you're doing
Well,
or I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
you go
Just a real
first, left
just
to
a
right.
recap real fast. I don't think we even mentioned it, but this is the cruising podcast. When you see
Yeah.
the podcast with all the family, we also got
Hopefully we can cruise somewhere and do it on a
Yeah.
location. That would be
move
dope.
the podcast
you know, like,
and stuff.
It is
there.
portable.
When
It's
you
portable.
when you see us
Shout out
four,
Road.
especially the little
Sponsors.
one,
thank you, Road.
we're cruising, man, and that's gonna be the name of this podcast. And whenever you see the full family, that's what we on. So we're always gonna be cruising to the day we die.
Hell yeah.
So
But before we end all that, let's just get a recap of the whole trip. So
Yeah, real
your
quick.
your biggest highlight of the
It was
trip, man.
cliff jumping and then seeing the North Shore and seeing like locals and even going to that local spot where we ate. I love that. Like it was great.
Oh yeah, the like
think that
up
was
in the
dope.
North Shore where all the
Yeah.
trucks and food stuff.
local
Like it was
spots.
cool. The little chick, the
mom and
barbecue,
pop.
the
Yeah,
Hawaiian
that's it.
barbecue.
Oh, the fucking chickens were running around our feet. Like, did I just eat him? Did they just grab your
grab
brother?
him?
You know what? That's fine. I'm cool with it.
I'm
But
gonna
it was very cool to see the different dynamic and honestly, because I know we're wrapping up, but just to really recap,
Touch on it, man. It's
we
cool.
grew up in a very cultural lifestyle. Like our family, our Mexican side of our family, they were very true to their Mexican heritage. You know what I'm saying? And it felt that way being up there, being in like a small spot. For us, it would have been a taco spot or like just like a.
You could say some of the places look like Grandpa's backyard.
No, facts.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's what I'm saying.
It's fine though, but we were
honestly,
comfortable.
I felt comfortable because I was like, you know what, like because
felt just like home.
you know we felt just like home because it's like like these people don't have much, but they're doing
Doing
as
a
much
lot.
as They're doing
And
a lot.
They do a lot for themselves and everyone.
Exactly.
To even welcome them, welcome people into their land. It's like
Absolutely.
like or their territory. To make a food truck. It's cool to see
Yeah,
that.
they're
happen.
providing for their
That's a
people.
good
And
touch,
that
man. I
was
forgot about
cool
that.
for me. Like I was like, oh, like even though we're in the Beverly Hills area and where our hotel was at, that's not where we really belong. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's not where we grew up.
They gave us a shack. We'll sleep in there.
Dude, facts.
we
Like,
wouldn't
we
care.
had to make it work.
We wouldn't care.
we wouldn't make it work. So I think that aspect of it being able to see that, that's everywhere. And that's why wherever you are and wherever you're going, heaven and hell is in your mind. And my thing is I'm glad that we're every day and every month and every year we are getting closer to heaven, and being in that spot showed us we're on the right path because it could have all went left for all of us in a different area, in a different space, in a
life,
different universe. We're
In a
all
different
not
life.
together. But for now, in this moment of time, and
we go.
with these pictures and with these videos, you will know that hey, Grandma, we did it.
yeah,
Yeah.
And Louis, like we did it.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do this out of vain, and we weren't selfish.
Wasn't
and we helped
forced,
each other.
nothing like that.
We all helped each other get there.
Yeah.
And I think that imagine where we can go. So I think that for me is how I would cap it
That's
off.
awesome.
Nice. Yeah, for me it was just the highlight watching you guys jump off the China walls and enjoy the island, man, the way I was hoping to see you guys do it. I mean, again, being the oldest, it's cool watching you guys go out there and have that fun. So
We got some pics of you finally. We got some.
I'm in
you
some
and I,
photos.
like,
Cut to
yeah.
the loba.
Oh yeah,
got-
Talk about
got
the
some-
loba later.
about that. You're gonna hear that a lot.
As a
later
as a
about that.
photographer, you don't you're always behind the camera
Yeah.
taking pictures of stuff, and for the fact that he got some photos to be with us in it and everything like that.
Yeah, we'll cut with the family photo at the end. But no, I think that was the biggest joy is hanging out with all you guys and experiencing the island together was more joyful than anything. So that's what I took away from the whole trip.
Yeah. The island itself, the richness in it, the green in it, the blue of the water, just signified life to me. And I really wanted to stretch time as much as I could while I was out there.
Yeah.
because I'm gonna remember that forever.
Yeah.
Like he said, how we helped each other to get there and how we experienced it is gonna last with me forever.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Personally, seeing the fish in the water, seeing the life, seeing the locals, that was just a taste. And I know there's so much more out there. And I want to experience it with you guys. I want to experience all of it with you guys.
Yeah.
Some things we're going to do on our own, and that's totally fine. But like he said, in this moment in time, just to reflect on it, to look back on it, these memories are going to last forever. Now we got the visuals, and then we got the audio to put it together. Extremely thankful, grateful. It's your birthday. I love celebrating life. I love looking back on life, and I want more of it. So
Sick.
if I had a glass with you guys, I'd cheers to more life, but you already know that's how
Cheers,
I feel.
man.
So that's my reflection. That's me.
Nice.
I mean, it's been almost 3 weeks since we've been there.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like I got island fever. But I don't think it's just the island fever. I think it's just the being there with you guys and traveling, doing the stuff, like enjoying that moment. I could have been anywhere and enjoying, the moment with you guys. But it just pushed me to even work harder now to like get us to a point where we can just do this shit on a weekend daily. Like, just like, let's go over here. Let's do it. Let's plan this trip. Hey guys, we're going to go over here for this week, or we're going to go over here for this week. Yeah. We have all this ready. Don't have to worry about anything. Just get your bag. Let's go. Like, that's what it's pushing me for. And I think that's what like it put everything into perspective for me, at least, to say this is why I traveled when I decided to get on an airplane at 18 and just go by myself and not know what to do. I just was like, let's go to Hawaii then. Let's figure it out. Then it pushed me to do other things and look at traveling in a different aspect rather than just settling down for life, Yeah. I want to experience life more. And if I could do that with you guys, that's what that's going to keep pushing me, and being here being here and then being in Hawaii with you guys is like something that I've always dreamed about. When I first got there, when I was in New York, when I was wherever I was at traveling, I was like, I need to do something with my family.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank the locals.
Sound like some people.
I know. Just
California, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
I'm just saying.
The Duke.
I'm saying Hawaii specifically, man. What we would
Cameron Properties.
The locals, the people, the hotel staff, like you guys.
This is the whole vibe of the trip.
This is
Just making fun of people laughing and enjoying
Yeah,
themselves.
this comedian over here
But
took
anyways.
over the trip with the jokes. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I love you guys, and man,
Mahalo.
Nah, seriously, it was dope.
Welcome to the Cruising Podcast, man. First of many.
Yeah.
We're about to get into it, so hope you guys stay tuned. So much more content coming.
Yeah,
We're putting it all out there for the world to see.
Yeah,
so
not
thank
only
you guys.
we're having this together, but
Yeah.
also I'm trying to come out with my own podcast.
Right.
Also trying to do some vlogs, trying to get comfortable with all that. My blog, my YouTube channel is under Cisco, SYSCO,
Yeah, we'll
just like
link
your
it.
service company. We'll link it in, and then also my podcast that I'm trying to get started, which is going to be basically about anything, but it's going to be called Speak Easy. Where we drink good and we speak easy about every conversation. So. So we'll have a drink with ourselves, and whoever's on that, might be one of them.
Have
Might be
guests on there.
Some of my guests, my friends, and everything. So
Awesome. My
Yeah,
name is,
awesome.
awesome. Thanks for telling us. My name is Justin. Instagram JUSSTYN. This is my twin brother, identical twin brother. We're gonna be having our own podcast called Identically Different. It's a one-on-one.
That's a big word for Elmo. That's a big word for Elmo.
We're going to be getting into that as well. That's going to be our separate podcast where we talk about a lot of different perspectives, us growing up, being biracial, the effects that has had on us.
Because we have Logic on the podcast.
Got to get Logic on the podcast. Hopefully clear some things up about either stigma or just topics that people are interested in. And also being
sick.
twins. A lot of people we come across really enjoy twins. So we're going to put that out there, put more of ourselves out there, and stay tuned for that. Again, identically different, Justin and Anthony.
Yeah, so here he kind of explained the twin podcast that he got going on. I kind of want to do my own thing in terms of music. Like, music is definitely, it's just in my DNA. Like, I just vibe.
he's good
with
at
it,
guitar, is what he's saying, and a lot of other instruments.
I like playing
Piano.
guitar. I play the piano. I'm
And
very
playing with
intrigued. I'm very intrigued in music and what it's done, and like as far as history as well too. And I never really share that, and I need to start showing you guys that I care about that type of stuff. And
gonna be
I
good.
want to share that with you guys. My journey through it. And yeah, I've had a couple of names going in my mind, so I'll just say this one. It's a working title, but "Lesson in the Lyrics" is one of them. It's definitely going through what music had taught me. You know, I didn't have a lot of male role models, and it's like that for a lot of men. But you know, the role models I had were people rapping and people singing and jazz musicians, and you know, just trying to get involved and trying to share that, and so see who I can reach and who I can touch. And I know there's someone just like me who is not saying it, but deep down it's like has this wealth of knowledge in their mind, and I definitely want to tap into that.
Tap in.
I like
Thanks,
it.
man.
Tony
Cool,
took
cool.
that. Tony
I go
took
by
that.
JV Ortiz. I got an Instagram for photography. Got the 278 production, which is gonna be pushing all this, all these shows.
Shout out to
and
278 Productions.
All this stuff will be linked at the bottom.
I'm gonna be working most of this, so yeah, do all the editing, video editing, and of course we're gonna do a lot of photography for you guys. My show I got coming is gonna be collab with JV, where I'm gonna bring a lot of my artists that I've worked with, photography videos, and a lot of friends, as well as my entrepreneur friends that are going up right now in Pasadena. So that's gonna be real fun. So hope you guys stay tuned. It was a cool, lovely show. I think it was really good. Hope you guys stay tuned the whole way.
Yeah.
All the links will be at the bottom. JV Ortiz Photography, as well as
Instagrams,
the
TikToks,
twins.
whatever it got to be, we'll put it down there.
All that stuff's
Everything.
Gonna be linked.
And we just opened, I just opened the 278 Productions Instagram. So,
Nice.
Tap in.
but yeah,
Good luck, y'all.
Tune
Love
into
y'all.
that. Thank you guys for tuning
check in. Thank you guys.
We'll
And keep
see
cruising.
you- See you on the next
cruising.
podcast.
Keep cruising.
Man. Keep cruising, man. To the
Or
Daily
keep it
Dot.
cruising.
Keep
You
it.
hating, just keep it cruising.
All right, man. Let's wrap.
Love, love.